DNA and Cell Function, Section 1. Before we begin looking at DNA, proteins, and cell function, take a few minutes to watch this short video on the first slide. Pause the video you're watching now and go and watch it. And as you watch it, think about any questions you have or observations about things that you notice. Then come back here and we'll get started. Did you watch the video? I hope so. It's a great one. All right, let's dive into DNA, proteins, and cell functions. In this diagram, you have a series of captions that describe some of the things that proteins do in the human body. Everything from making muscles work to giving you the chemicals that make up your hair and nails, carrying oxygen in your blood, helping your brain and nerves transmit messages, regulating chemical reactions, doing the work of the cell, fighting off diseases. These are the things that proteins do. And how does our body have the proteins that we have? Well, the answer is that our bodies, like all multicellular organisms, are made up of many cells. And whether you're one cell big, unicellular, or many, in the cell, there is a chemical that has the code to make the proteins the cell needs to do all of the work of the cell. The chemical with the code is DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, which we have spent some time studying. And its code allows the cell the directions to put together the proteins the cell needs. And that's what we're going to study next. Make sure to note at least 2 questions or observations about how and why cells make proteins. On the next slide, we have an image that shows you a cell. This one's a eukaryote. I know that because it has a nucleus. And I spy some membrane-bound organelles like our mitochondria here. And in the nucleus, we have structures called chromosomes. In a eukaryotic cell, they are linear, they are in pairs, and if you unwind a chromosome, you will find a molecule of DNA from start to finish. So just to remind you to review, the cells have chromosomes. The chromosomes are made of DNA. Is the cell a prokaryote or a eukaryote? It is a eukaryote. It has a nucleus. Where is the DNA located in the cell? In the nucleus. Organize the terms from largest to smallest. The cell is the largest structure. The nucleus is the next largest. Chromosomes are in that nucleus, and chromosomes are made of DNA. So let's remind ourselves a few things about nucleic acids and proteins, which we studied when we studied biochemistry. Biomolecules, macromolecules, so many names for the same thing. If the label is true of nucleic acids only, we're going to drag it up to the top. If it's true of proteins only, at the bottom. If it's true of both, in the middle. And the goal here is to remind you that nucleic acids and proteins are different chemicals. They are 2 different groups of chemicals in the core 4 biomolecules. So if it's made of a chain of amino acids, which would it belong to? Amino acids make up proteins, so this label describes proteins only. If it's made of a chain of nucleotides, or 2, it's a nucleic acid. Which one makes up genes? Nucleic acids only make up genes. Which makes up muscles, hair, nails, and work chemicals in the cell? That is true of proteins. Which is an organic macromolecule? They both are. They're both carbon-based molecules made by and used by cells. Which is important to cell function? They both are. Without DNA, the cell can't make proteins, and without proteins, it cannot do its work. Which is made at the ribosomes in the cell? That is true of proteins. Ribosomes are the site of protein synthesis. Which is found mainly in the nucleus? That is true of nucleic acids, unless, of course, it's a prokaryote, which doesn't have a nucleus. But if it's a eukaryote, the nucleus guards the nucleic acids. And which is the chemical code used as blueprints? That is true of nucleic acids. They are the code for the cell to make proteins. Cells do a lot of work. Remember, there are two basic groups of cells, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryotes are unicellular. They lack a nucleus. Bacteria are an example. Eukaryotes can be unicellular, like the protist we looked at before. They can also be multicellular, and they have a nucleus. But no matter what the cell type is, cells do a lot of work. And we can summarize their work by an acronym STIR. Synthesis, transport, excretion, regulation, nutrition, growth and development, respiration, reproduction. They synthesize chemicals like the four groups of biomolecules. They transport chemicals in and out of the cell. They excrete or get rid of waste products. They regulate or control their chemical reactions. They supply, find, digest, and store nutrients. Cells grow in size. They develop adaptations like the cilia we studied before. They respire to transform sugars to cell energy, and they reproduce to make new cells. What really does the work of the cell? It's the proteins that perform the work for the cell. Proteins have a specific shape, a specific structure, and based on their specific structure, the cell uses them for different things, like transport, like structure, like enzymes, like antibodies, like controlling acid-base balances. And how does the cell know how to make the proteins? Which shapes to use? That is all about the DNA, which has the code for proteins. The DNA, if it's divided into sections called genes, give us the code to make proteins. One gene makes one protein. Now, the type of protein that helps move materials. If you look over here, that is the transport protein. We saw transport moves chemicals in and out of the cell. Which of these proteins help to regulate chemical reactions? We learned about those in a previous module. Hopefully you remember those are enzymes, which lower the activation energy so the reaction can happen more quickly. What about building and contracting muscles? The protein that is going to do that is going to be fibers like actin and myosin and other structural or mechanical proteins. And remember, the direction to make those different proteins are found in our genes, which are made up of DNA. But how does that work? How does DNA code for proteins in a cell? We're going to spend a little bit of time on that, but for today, just an overview. Here we have the cell, and inside are the chromosomes. All of your chromosomes are called your genome. The chromosomes are made up of DNA, and the DNA can be divided into sections called genes. And the genes are responsible for giving directions to make proteins, although the proteins, don't forget, actually get made at the ribosome. Take a minute and see if you can organize these steps into the correct order. Then come back and check and see if you got it right. Did you organize your labels? I hope so. Let's see if you got it right. So Over here, we're looking for steps 1 through 5. And our steps are genome organized into chromosomes, sequence of nucleotides copied and sent, all cells in an organism has an identical copy of the genome, the ribosome uses the copied DNA, a single chromosome has many genes. So we're going to start with all of the cells in an organism have identical copies of the genome, all the genes. That genome is organized into chromosomes made of DNA. So the genome is bigger than the chromosomes. As we saw over here, the genome are all the chromosomes, and then the chromosomes come next. These chromosomes, a single one, has many genes. Those genes, which are sections of DNA, are made up of a sequence of nucleotides. The sequence of nucleotides are copied by the cell and sent to a ribosome, and the ribosome uses that sequence to assemble amino acids, the building block of proteins, into the correct order to make a protein. Did you get yours right? I hope so. And I'll see you next time as we learn more about how DNA codes for proteins in a cell.